How y'all doing now, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the motivational series right here. This is one of my new books right here called Motivation. So I'm going to sit there and explain to you what's inside this book right here. This is a great book. It's just coming out. Hey, and you're trying to open up a business, be in business, or make extra money. This is the book to get right here called Motivation. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about this book, Motivation, right here. So we just sitting down right now getting, a lot of people want to get in business and do things. They just don't know which way to go. A lot of people they deal with ain't in business, so it ain't nobody they can talk to. But hey, I got your back right here. So this is one of my new series called Motivation. We do all different kind of books on motivation. So it's a step-by-step guide to your success. So what's inside this book, it had over 500 different businesses that you can open up under $1,000. $1,000. Hey, this book is actually showing you how to publish your book in 90 days. It's showing you how to get your EIN number, showing you how to incorporate your LLC. This book is a great book. It's even showing you how to write grants, business plans, and proposals and all that. So that's a lot of things we got to do starting off a business. But hey, we're going to sit down and break this down. See, a lot of people can open up a home-based business. One thing about it, it's a market for everything. For everything you think, it's a million different things in business, and you just choose one. One thing about it, we all have something inside us different that the next person can't do. So that's one of the reasons that I put this book together. And you could think, be like, okay, I could do that, I could do that. But don't forget, it's a market for everything. And so one thing about it, you got to try. If you don't try, you can't make it on there else to succeed. So I tell people every time, they say, hey, Mr. Hickman, how did you get off the ground? I say, hey, it ain't easy. You got to, dedicate, put work into it, and have a vision. So you could be hanging around with some people might not got no vision. So they don't think you crazy or whatever, you just don't know nothing. And they can be like, okay, you spaying over their head, but hey, one thing about it, you could go for it. It could be your wife, it could be your husband. If they don't got the vision, they just don't got it. Everybody do not got the vision. And one thing about it, by doing good, good come to you. You got to do good or bad, either which one. So you choose one. You can't love money and use people. So I let people know, I talk to people getting out of prison all the time. And I teach people how to be an entrepreneur and stuff like that. Today, it's a modern day, a lot of people don't like doing no labor work, but the labor is where it's at right now. You go to Home Depot and buy a rake for $9.99 and make money off of it. You can make money, you can do the simplest thing, clean gutters, get you a pressure washer. But the name of the game is treat people good while you're doing business. You treat them good, do your job, they're gonna call you back and keep on dealing with you. So that's how a person got successful in doing what I do. So everybody know I write books. I got 15 books, 6 documentaries, a bunch of calendars. I'm the one who do the calendar for the president, And what I teach on is education and all that. And one thing about it, a lot of the people that know me, the farthest I went to school is 3rd grade. 3rd grade. So I never had a chance in education, but hey, God is a good God. God is a good God. Because I never thought my life was going to be just like this right here. Never thought I was going to make it this age, this far in life. Never thought in a million years, but hey, we overcome it. So hey, I believe in that people can change. At first people think, oh, okay, once you this, once you that, you can't change and all that. Yes, you can. You can change. So things can change for the best, I even owned bookstores before. I even had 6 bookstores. I never thought in the life that I'm going to have some bookstores. Never know where your life going. So that's the reason I came up with this book right here, Motivation. Hey, to keep you motivation because, hey, it's easy to fall off a track and stuff like that, We all want to do good. We don't want to go out there and do them things and all that. Hey, the more we know, the more we can do. So just like that. So what's the difference from a person in the suburbs and a person in the hood? Ain't no different. The other difference is that person learned something different. Somebody each one teach one, and hey, we can sit down and learn you stocks, all that type of stuff. If you're willing to learn, we can learn you. So this book right here, hey, you need to get this, but check this out. better yet than that, I got a better special for all my peoples and everything. You go to my website and get this book, but one thing about it, I got a special going on for everybody out there. You go purchase my book for $1.99. You go to my website, Bent Publishing, www.bentpublishing.com. Bent Publishing. But you give me a call up. You know, my number is 404-246-6496. I like to hear from you and all that. Because, hey, I want everybody to grow their business. Grow their business. So one thing about it, education is the key. Read. I never thought in life that me gonna be reading. Now I write books, so hey, so I want y'all to stay motivated. Cause one thing about it, I didn't know this neither. Did nobody teach me? I said, okay, I want to learn these business, so I had to read. I had to read. Some people just don't tell each other how the business going. You know, the far as I went to school was 3rd grade. I'd never been to junior high. I'd never been to high school, college, and nothing like that. You got to be motivated. You got to be, hey, have it in you, be like, hey, I don't want to go back to prison. I wasn't happy there. I've been in prison a couple of times, and I wasn't happy there in damn time and all that. I've probably been arrested so many times, been to juvenile, been to mental institutions, whatever you can think of. I've been threw up on the bus. When I got out of prison, nobody want to deal with me, so hey, I had to leave. I never went back to my hometown where I caught the case at. I left. I disappeared, and I handled my business, did what I was supposed to do. Because I didn't want to go back. I wasn't happy there. And now, I go back to the prison, but I go through the front door. Hey, that's the good feeling about it right there. Go through the front door and get to sit there and talk to a lot of the brothers and sisters and stuff like that, you know, what's going on in life, you know. Just like getting out of prison, you know, the family glad to see you, but after a couple of days, you got to step your game up. So, this goes out to a lot of guys in the prisons, you know, get out and do what you do, you know, be an entrepreneur. Be an entrepreneur. It's all different type of ways to make money. All different types. You just choose one. And hey, you dedicate yourself in it. Get your business license. Go down and get your business license. Cost you about $100 to get your business license. Get you some business cards. You go to Vistaprint, get you 250 free business cards. And you start putting these business cards everywhere. And you start networking. The first thing you start networking with your friends, your family, and all that. Be like, hey, just let me do this job right here. I can show you that I can do this right here and do a good, great job. And you do a great job, people going to start referring you to other people. That's how the ball keep on rolling, just like that. And hey, you ain't going to have no time to be in no trouble and all that. The people just sitting on the corner drinking all day long, hey, them the same ones been there for years and years. So we just need to step up our game right there. So a lot of the people out there that do know me and grew up with me and all that, they know the kind of struggles that we went through. And it wasn't easy. You know, being in mental institutions, group homes and stuff like that, you know, belong to the Department of Children and Family Service. See, a lot of stuff that people didn't know about me. But now I can sit there and get a chance to put on my robe and tell the story how I made it over. So that's what I'm doing. I don't do, everything I do is education is trying to help us. I can't do nothing to harm us and all. I already know what's back there. You know, I'm going for the top, to top. See, right now, y'all see me right now? I'm going to take my company to be one of the #1 companies, period. You know, I work hard. Every day I get up just like the rent do. Every day. And I be on the grind, you know. And I love what I do, you know. Oh, you always pick what you love. If you love it, it's easy for you. You're going to love it. You're going to do it free if you can, you know. I love going around teaching the word, you know. Because we could do it. We could overcome this, period. Like Mandela say, hey, poverty, that's a man-made. Man-made. So it's all different type of businesses up in here. I could read it off. You could children clothing, children ID, work uniform, mobile computer training. You could do all different kinds. A disc jockey, catering, perfume, car wash, mobile car wash, online, ghost writing, grant writing. It's a bunch of services that we can do, period. You come up with an ideal, turn an ideal, dreams come true, but hey, you got to work on that dream. And I tell a person just like this, a lot of people be like, okay, I want to open up this right here. This is going to cost me about $250,000. Now, first thing I'm going to ask you, you got $250,000? Well, no, but hey, this is what you do. If you want to get into business, you do certain things to get up to that level. They call it another level of the game. You do this to get to that level. You do this to get to that level. The next thing they know, you up there on that level. It just don't happen overnight. You gotta put your dreams and visions down and write it. And it's gonna come true. Check this out. Ain't nothing different. You can ride down the street, look to your left, look to your right. You see these businesses, what make them people different from you? I'm gonna tell you what makes them different. They took a chance. They walked out on faith. Sometimes you can take some of your income tax money and open your business. You could do your home-based business, you know, get your little sectional in your house or your apartment, put your little cubicle up in there, put your little office, and do your work. You can do the simplest thing. You could do people resumes and make money. You could write people business plans and make money. A piece of paper. You know, education is key. Knowing something different than another person, they're going to come holler at you, you know. Person even take a notary and make money off a notary. So, hey, nothing impossible. You never know until you try. You never know. So, hey, I thank God every day. Every day. Every second. Because I never know my life could be set there turned out to be just like this. But now, we going forward. And I want all my peoples and everybody to go forward too. So we learn this business. So, hey, I'm going to give you all the information that you need to open up your business, period. Starting off and all that. You figure out what business that you want to do first. Go get legit. It don't cost much to go get legit. Like I was saying earlier, business license $100. You might want to incorporate your company and stuff like that. Get your LLC and stuff like that. It's $100. You go to the state IRS website. You get your EIN number free. Go to IRS.gov and get that. See, your EIN number, I'm going to tell you something. Your EIN number is your license number. It's the same number as your federal ID, your tax ID number. It's the same number. So once you get that number, you go get into all the little wholesale spots and stuff like that. They sell things. It's a market for everything. Everything is a market for it. So you just gotta catch into that niche right there, you know. The first people you sell to, your friends and family, just like that. You know, let people know, hey, support the business, support the cause. Y'all see you outside here doing stuff, you know. You don't always have to go get a regular job to make a living. You look around, you walk down your street. Look around, hey, it's business. It ain't nothing that you can't learn, and everybody do things for the first time. You got to do something for the first time to like it. So it's in you. You know what that you can, it's right into you. You use your mind right here. Like I said, mind is a terrible thing to waste. So, hey, I can keep the president. I get letters from the president all the time here with Michelle. And a little old guy like me from a little small town in Illinois called Alton, Illinois, you know. Across the bridge from St. Louis. That's where I'm from right there, you know. I've been living in Atlanta for a while, you know. When I got out of prison, they said, hey, the money is good down south. So that's why I came down south, and I had a dream, a vision, and all that. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. Because when a person gets out of prison, they just throw you out there. You out there. So you got to figure a way, you know. Some people might be down a lot of years in prison, and they get out in worse shape. Real worse shape, you know. But you got to stay strong. You got to stay strong, you know. Because you already know what's back there. We going forward. So I never knock a brother and sister, you know. Things happen in our lives, you know. Get in trouble. We do things. You know, a lot of things we do, we don't want to do them. We just trying to make a living to make some money and all that. So a lot of people don't know the ways to go make it, so it's called each one teach one. So a lot of people might not want to read and stuff like that, but hey, every one of it is good at something. Every one of us. And we all God's people. And the only person can judge you is God. We can't judge you. But hey, it don't mind asking a person the question, how did you get on? How did you do that and all that? People don't mind telling you and all that. But the first thing is that, just ask them. See, person never know. Just ask that person. So that person will tell you. You never, you know, hey, how you working? How you do this and all that? Just ask them. We can learn anything that we want to. Anything. So God created us to learn and do things. Look around. Look around. Nothing impossible. As He could change my life like this, He could change yours too. He could change it. So back to the subject again. Motivation. Step by step to your society. So this book with 500 different businesses up under $1,000. You can't beat that nowhere. Nowhere. And just stick to it. It's the simplest things. It's the simplest thing, because you know what? We don't supposed to struggle. We don't supposed to have to go through all this. You know, it's there. It's right in front of you. We're the richest country in the world. If you're in the United States, you don't supposed to be broke, because there's always different streams of income. Learn more than one thing. If you can work a job, you're making the money, you can do that same stuff on your side. The easiest, simple thing. I know a person I hooked up, the only thing he does is just go straighten out people's garage and get paid. 2 or 3 garages a day. That's $400-500, just like that. Just straighten out for your garage and let you know, hey, you need to put this here, put that there, and on there. Just talking. But the name of the game is do the job that you get paid for. If you do the job, people will always keep on coming back. Once you give a person a price, don't change the price around. Be like, well, I need an extra $100 because this and all that. No, you gave them a quote. Just do the job. Just do the job. And like I'm saying, back to income tax, men, women, you know, most of our men on income tax, they want to go get some rims or a motorcycle. But we can take that money and invest into ourselves. It ain't always that, okay, I can make a lot of money. You might just want to make a little extra money. You can have a regular job. You might be, okay, I want to make me an extra couple $100 a week or extra whatever. These same people that you work with gonna buy off you. These same people, you got the service for them they need, they're going to buy off you. Just like some people might be good at their hands, some people might know how to build a patio deck, some people might know how to paint. It's simple. Do the job. So back to motivation, how to start and run a small business. Everybody got a small business in them. Everybody. So you just got to figure out, sometimes you don't have to do the job, know how to do the job, know how to outsource it, make sure everything is right, and you can do it. The simplest things. You got to meet a lot of people. One thing about business, you got to meet people, talk to people, and all that. Be a people person. Sometimes people can't talk to people, so hey, that's what they got the computer. One thing about it, hey, Jay-Z and Beyonce, we got the same internet they got. We got the same exact internet. So hey, you go viral anytime. Anytime. So back to my life, you know, had a hard, rough life. From drugs, alcohol, robbing, stealing, you know, the usual. Like a lot of folks, moving around state to state, you know, just doing stuff. I didn't have no guidance. I didn't have nobody to sit there and talk to me. Be like, man, you need to do it this way, man. Hey, you're going to go to prison, you're going to get killed, and none of that. I didn't care. Every day I at least committed a misdemeanor. Every time I woke up, I did a misdemeanor or a felony. And didn't care if I woke up or not. You know, one day, you know, after I got out of prison, while I was in prison, I wasn't mad because I went to prison. Most people just get mad because they got caught. So that learned me a lesson. You know, prison sometimes learn people a lesson, but hey, I wasn't happy there. I don't want to go back up and then you keep on telling me what to do and all that. I'm in the hole all the time. I did over 2.5 years in the hole. Almost lost my mind and set up in the hole. But just thinking. You know, I'm a better person than this. I can come out and overcome this. I'm going to be the top in my whole field. I could do this. So what I'm doing right now, I'm showing the brothers and sisters that, hey, it could be done. It could be done. You could do this. You could do this real good, you know. It ain't nothing stopping you but yourself. Some people are like, well, I got kids. I got this right there. But, man, hey, you can make a way. I can show you that, hey, you could do this. It's right inside, and it's inside of you. It's inside of you. So that's what I'm here for, and that's the reason that I put this book together. So don't forget, this is the reason I put this book together. Motivation, to give us some motivation. That's what we need right there. A little motivation, encouragement, hey. And you know, a lot of people are like, well, you can't do this, you can do this, we could do it. Ain't nothing impossible. So a lot of people love, you know, take that challenge. Take that challenge. And some people might be good at baking, cooking, creating stuff. Some people might just be good at talking and explaining things to the other person, you know. So, hey, put yourself out there and do it. You can sit there and put your e-commerce site together. You could be anywhere. You got that same internet and put your products up online and sell them. Sell them. It's just like that. And sell them. It's called investing into yourself. You got to invest into yourself. When you invest into yourself, that's like investing into your future and your kids' future. And your kids going to see what you're doing and all that, so they're going to rub up off you. Be thinking they ain't learning them, but they are learning things. Just by seeing things, and they learning it and picking it up. So, and showing you how to be an entrepreneur. And some people are like, well, entrepreneur, you can have a job and still be an entrepreneur. Easily. It's a buy and sell market. And we the biggest spenders, period. But we don't own a lot of things. We don't own, we just buy things. And we can put ourselves together and get up out of that Willie Lynch syndrome. You know, hey, we can get up out of that. You know, turn and get you like crabs in a bucket, you know. But education is the key. By knowing things, if you read, it's going to take you to a whole different spot. And check this out now. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of things that you can learn on YouTubes. And you can fix a car on YouTubes. Probably never fixed a car, nothing before. You can put YouTube and watch that and fix your car. So, and a lot of us get overspend, you know. We got little tensions and stuff like that, you know. Then we struggle every month. We coming up with the same situation. We still $200 or $300 short on our bills and stuff like that. So you be like, well, man, why I'm keep on short? You need to add your bills up and add up what you make a month. So that's how you figure that part out right there. Some people go over their means, you know. You get $2,000 a month, but your bills come up to $3,000 or whatever. That don't match up. That don't match up in nothing. Not at all. So you need to break everything down. What your gas costs every day. What's your food? You know, and a lot of unexpected stuff might come up and all that. So I understand, you know, it's hard to save sometimes, but hey, take out of your check a piece of money every month, every 2 weeks or whatever, every week you get paid. Take out a few dollars and put it back like, you know, don't ever see that. You know, it's called a little savings and all that. Call it nest. Yeah. But one thing about it, I could be doing anything I want to do. But I love putting information and education out there because I know how powerful it is. And a person can never take that away from you right there for knowing different things and putting it together. Yeah. So that's the beautiful part about it, period, you know. You can take a lawnmower, cut grass. One thing about it, people don't love cutting grass, you know. That's a nice, simple job right there. You know, you could make up a job called 4 Seasons. You could do, if you live up north or down south, whatever, shovel snow, cut grass, clean gutters, trim. The simplest, basic things to make money, period. So that don't make you lower because you ain't went to college and got a degree and stuff like that. A lot of people with degrees right now can't even find a job in their field. So I tell a lot of people to go to college, learn a few other different things and all that. Learn a few extra things. You know, college is a great, you know, education, you know, how I learn. But you got to be focused. So that's what I'm here for, you know. Motivation.